It is 5 a.m. The world is quiet. The streets are empty. Phones are silent. Most people are still asleep, wrapped in comfort, dreaming about a better life. But somewhere, a small group of people is already awake. They are not special. They are not lucky. But they are doing something different, and that difference changes everything. At 5 a.m., there are no distractions, no noise, no pressure, just you and your thoughts. This is the hour when successful people build their future while others are resting. They don't wait for motivation. They don't wait for the perfect time. They wake up early and take control of their day before the world wakes up and starts demanding their attention. Many people think success comes from talent, money, or luck, but the truth is simpler and harder. Success comes from daily habits, small decisions made again and again. And one of the most powerful habits is waking up early, especially at 5 a.m. This hour is not about suffering. It is about focus. It is about discipline. It is about choosing growth over comfort. When you wake up early, you tell yourself one powerful message: my future matters more than my sleep. In this video, you will discover 10 powerful secrets hidden inside the 5 a.m. routine. These secrets are used by leaders, athletes, thinkers, and ordinary people who achieved extraordinary results. If you feel stuck, lost, or tired of the same life, this video is for you. Because sometimes changing your life starts with changing the time you wake up. Secret 1. You win the day before it starts. It is still dark outside. The clock shows 5 a.m. While most people are asleep, you are already awake. This single moment gives you a quiet but powerful advantage. You are not rushing. You are not late. You are calm, focused, and in control. This is how you win the day before it even begins. Most people wake up late and start their day in panic. They check their phone, scroll social media, rush to get ready, and react to problems all day long. Their day controls them. But when you wake up at 5 a.m., you flip the situation. You control the day. Early morning is a time of clarity. Your mind is fresh. Your thoughts are clear. There is no noise from the world yet. This is the perfect time to plan your day, set your goals, and decide what truly matters. When you plan your day early, you don't waste energy making decisions later. You already know what to do. Winning in the morning gives you confidence. When you wake up early and keep a promise to yourself, you feel stronger inside. You start the day with a small victory. That victory grows into motivation, focus, and discipline. One good decision in the morning often leads to many good decisions throughout the day. This is why successful people protect their mornings. They use this quiet time to work on important tasks, not urgent distractions. They read, write, exercise, or think deeply. While others are sleeping, they are building skills, improving health, and strengthening their mindset. Waking up at 5 a.m. is not about doing more work. It is about doing the right work first. When you finish important tasks early, the rest of the day feels lighter. Stress becomes smaller. Problems feel easier to handle. When you win the morning, you win the day. And when you win the day again and again, you slowly win your life. Secret 2. Silence creates inner strength. At 5 a.m., something rare happens. The world becomes silent. No traffic, no calls, no messages, no demands, just stillness. For many people, silence feels uncomfortable. But for those who wake up early, silence becomes a powerful teacher. During the day, your mind is constantly attacked by noise. Notifications, opinions, news, and problems pull your attention in every direction. You react without thinking. You feel tired without knowing why. But early in the morning, especially at 5 a.m., the noise disappears. And when the noise disappears, your mind finally gets space to breathe. This silence helps you hear your own thoughts clearly. You begin to understand what you truly want, what you fear, and what you need to improve. In silence, you stop running and start thinking. This is how inner strength is built. Successful people value this quiet time. They use it to reflect, to plan, and to connect with themselves. Some write in a journal, some sit quietly and think, some read or pray. These simple actions calm the mind and create emotional balance. When you start your day in peace, you carry that peace with you all day long. Silence also builds mental control. When you are used to quiet moments, you don't panic easily. You don't react fast to anger or stress. You respond calmly. This ability is a great power in a noisy world. At 5 a.m., silence becomes your advantage. While others are overwhelmed by chaos later in the day, you stay centered. You stay focused. You stay strong. The more time you spend in silence, the stronger your mind becomes. And a strong mind is one of the greatest secrets of success. Secret 3. Discipline is built before motivation. At 5 a.m., motivation is usually sleeping. No music, no excitement, no cheering voice telling you to get up. There is only a quiet decision waiting to be made. Do you stay in bed or do you rise? This moment is where discipline is born. Most people wait for motivation to act. They say, I will start when I feel ready. But successful people understand a deeper truth. Motivation comes after action, not before it. Waking up at 5 a.m. teaches you to act without feeling like it. And that skill changes everything. When you wake up early, you are doing something uncomfortable. You are choosing effort over ease. Each morning, when you beat the snooze button, you send a strong message to your mind. I am in control. This small act may seem simple, but repeated daily, it builds powerful self-discipline. Discipline does not stay in the morning, it spreads. When you can wake up early, you find it easier to exercise, to focus on work, to avoid distractions, and to finish what you start. One disciplined habit creates many others. At 5 a.m., excuses become quiet. There is no one to impress, no one to blame. It is just you and your choice. This honesty strengthens your character. You stop lying to yourself and start keeping promises to yourself. Over time, discipline becomes your identity. You no longer depend on mood or emotion. You move forward even on hard days. And this is why disciplined people succeed more than talented people who lack consistency. The 5 a.m. routine teaches you this powerful lesson. Success is not built by feeling good, but by doing what is right, especially when it is hard. Secret 4. Your brain works best in the early morning. At 5 a.m., your brain feels different. It is calm. It is fresh. I am not tired from the noise of the day. This is not an accident. Early morning is a time when your mind works at its highest level. After sleep, your brain is recharged. Memory is stronger. Focus is sharper. Thinking becomes clearer. This is why many successful people use the early morning hours for their most important work. They know this is a time when learning is faster and ideas are deeper. During the day, your brain becomes crowded. Messages, problems, and stress slowly fill your mind. By evening, it feels heavy and tired. But at 5 a.m., your mind is light. You can think without pressure. You can solve problems without rushing. You can create without fear. This is the best time to read, study, write, plan, or learn new skills. Even 1 hour of focused morning work can be more powerful than many hours of tired effort later in the day. Quality matters more than quantity. early morning thinking also improves decision making. When your mind is clear, you make better choices. You avoid mistakes caused by emotion or stress. You respond with logic instead of reaction. Many people say they have no time to learn or grow, but the truth is, they are using their best brain hours on sleep and distractions. When you wake up at 5 a.m., you give your sharpest mind to your future, not to comfort. A strong brain builds a strong life, and the early morning is when your brain becomes your greatest ally. Secret 5. Morning habits shape your future. What you do at 5 a.m. may seem small, but over time it becomes powerful. Early morning habits are not about one day. They are about repetition, and repetition is what shapes your future. At 5 a.m., your mind is open and calm. This is the best time to build positive habits. Successful people do not leave their growth to chance. They use this quiet hour to invest in themselves. Some read a few pages, some exercise, some write their goals, some simply sit and think. These actions look simple, but they change lives. Habits done in the morning are stronger because there are fewer distractions. No one is asking for your time yet. No one is interrupting you. When you build habits at this hour, they are easier to protect and easier to repeat. Every small habit works like a seed. Reading daily grows knowledge. Exercise builds energy. Writing goals builds direction. Reflection builds wisdom. None of these habits show big results in one day, but after months and years, they create a life that looks successful from the outside. Most people want fast results. They quit when they don't see change, but early risers understand patience. They trust the process. They know that small actions done daily are more powerful than big actions done once. When you wake up at 5 a.m. and choose good habits, you are choosing your future self. You are slowly becoming stronger, wiser, and more confident. Your life tomorrow is shaped by your habits today. And the morning is where those habits begin. Secret 6. You stop reacting and start leading your life. Most people live in reaction mode. They wake up late, check their phone, read messages, and immediately start responding to other people's demands. From that moment, the day controls them. They're always rushing, always catching up, always feeling behind. But when you wake up at 5 a.m., something changes. You wake up before the world asks anything from you. This gives you power. You begin the day on your own terms. Early mornings allow you to plan instead of panic. You decide what is important before distractions appear. You choose your priorities before problems arrive. This simple shift moves you from reacting to leading. When you react all day, your energy gets drained. Small problems feel big. Stress builds quickly. But when you start your day early, your mind is prepared. You already know your direction. So when challenges appear, you handle them calmly. Leading your life means making choices with intention. At 5 a.m., you have space to think about your goals, your values, and your next steps. You are not controlled by emotions or noise. You act with purpose. This habit also builds self-respect. You stop blaming time, people, or circumstances. You take a responsibility for your day. And a responsibility creates freedom. The people who succeed are not lucky. They are prepared. They start their day before it starts. They move with clarity while others move in confusion. Waking up at 5 a.m. teaches you one powerful truth. When you lead your morning, you lead your life. Secret 7. Confidence is built in the dark. Confidence does not appear suddenly. It is not something you wait for. It is something you build. And for many successful people, that building starts at 5 a.m., while the world is still dark and quiet. When you wake up early, no one is watching you. There is no applause, No praise, no pressure. It is just you doing what is hard. And that is where real confidence comes from, keeping promises to yourself when no one else knows. Each time you wake up at 5 a.m., you prove something important to yourself. You prove that you can do difficult things. You prove that comfort does not control you. These small wins may look invisible, but inside they create strength. Most people look confident on the outside, but doubt themselves on the inside. That doubt comes from broken promises, saying, I will, and then not doing it. But early mornings slowly heal that doubt. Every disciplined morning becomes evidence that you can trust yourself. This kind of confidence is calm, not loud. You don't need to talk about it, you feel it. When problems appear during the day, you face them with a steady mind. You don't panic easily. You know you are capable. At 5 a.m., you train your self-belief. You start your day already winning. And when you win early, you carry that feeling into every task. True confidence is not built in front of people. It is built alone, in silence, before sunrise. Secret 8. Consistency becomes your superpower. Success does not come from one big action. It comes from small actions done again and again. And waking up at 5 a.m. makes consistency easier and stronger. When you wake up at the same early time each day, your life gains structure. Your body learns the rhythm. Your mind expects focus. Slowly, discipline turns into routine. What once felt hard begins to feel normal. Many people fail because they are not consistent. They start strong, then stop. They work only when they feel motivated. But motivation is unstable. Consistency is reliable. The 5 a.m. habit removes the need to feel ready. You simply wake up and act. Early mornings protect your habits. Later in the day, plans break. Emergencies happen. Energy drops. But at 5 a.m., nothing is in your way. This makes it easier to show up every day, even when life gets busy. Consistency builds trust with yourself and with others. When you show up daily, you become dependable. Skills improve faster. Progress becomes visible. Confidence grows quietly. Over time, consistency compounds. 1 hour a day becomes hundreds of hours a year. Those hours turn into knowledge, strength, discipline, and success. People will call it luck, but you will know the truth. Waking up at 5 a.m. does not make you perfect. It makes you consistent. And consistency is one of the greatest superpowers a person can have. Secret 9. You separate yourself from the average. Most people choose comfort. They stay in bed, they scroll their phones, they wait for the day to happen to them. This is the path of the average person. But waking up at 5 a.m. puts you on a different path, the path of those who achieve extraordinary results. Early mornings are a test. It is easy to stay under the warm covers, to sleep longer, to avoid effort. But choosing to wake up early separates you from the crowd. It is a silent action, almost invisible, yet it sets you apart in ways most people will never understand. This habit creates an advantage over time. While others are reacting to life, you are acting ahead of it. While others are distracted, you are focused. While others are rushing to catch up, you are planning, learning, and improving. These small differences compound daily, and after months and years, they produce results that seem almost unfair to those who sleep in. Waking up early is more than a habit. It is a mindset. It shows that you value growth over comfort, that you are willing to make sacrifices for your dreams, that you are committed to being better even when no one is watching. The 5 a.m. routine is a natural filter. It separates the ordinary from the determined. The world rewards those who do what most will not. If you want to stand out, achieve more, and live life on your terms, this secret is essential. Every time you wake up early, you remind yourself, you are not average. You are building a life beyond mediocrity, and that is the first step toward greatness. Secret 10. You start living with purpose. Waking up at 5 a.m. is not just about time. It is about focus, direction, and purpose. When the world is still asleep, you have the rare chance to connect with what truly matters. Your goals, your dreams, and your vision for life. Most people rush through their mornings without thinking. They react to notifications, traffic, and endless small demands. They live day by day without a clear direction. But at 5 a.m., you have space to reflect. You ask yourself, what do I want today? What matters most in my life? How can I get closer to my goals? This clarity gives you power. When you know your purpose, every action becomes intentional. You stop wasting energy on distractions. You start saying no to things that do not serve your growth and yes to things that bring you closer to your dreams. Purpose also fuels motivation. Some mornings will feel difficult. Some mornings you will want to go back to sleep. But when your actions are connected to your purpose, you push through. You keep going because what you are building is bigger than temporary comfort. The 5 a.m. routine helps you live deliberately. It reminds you why you started. It aligns your actions with your vision. And when you live with purpose every day, success becomes a natural byproduct, not a distant dream. Remember, waking up early is not the secret by itself. The real secret is what you do with that time, how you plan, focus, and take action. At 5 a.m., purpose meets opportunity, and that is where extraordinary lives are built. Your future is waiting, and it starts before the sun rises. Start your day, change your life. The 5 a.m. secret is simple but powerful. It is not about waking up early for the sake of it. It is about claiming your time, building your habits, and taking control of your life while the world is still asleep. Every secret we discussed, the discipline, the focus, the silence, the clarity, the confidence, comes together in this quiet hour before sunrise. When you wake up early, you win the morning, and by winning the morning, you set the tone for the entire day. You start living intentionally, making decisions with purpose, and taking actions that bring you closer to your goals. You separate yourself from the average. You become consistent, disciplined, and confident. You give your brain the best chance to think clearly, learn, and grow. The journey is not easy. There will be mornings when your bed feels too warm, when excuses whisper in your ear. But every time you rise, anyway, you prove to yourself that your future matters more than your comfort. That small daily victory compounds into extraordinary success. So today, make the choice. Start tomorrow at 5 a.m. Step into the quiet, claim your time, and watch your life transform. Success belongs to those who are ready to rise before the world does.